Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are back doing another Rivals of Ixalan Intermediate Swiss Draft League. And the pick here is either the Chupacabra or the Captain's Hook, both of which are really good. Captain's Hook you can play in any deck. Ravenous Chupacabra probably is better, but you can only play it in black and you can't splash for it. I'm pretty tempted to take the Hook. I know this card is really fantastic. It's not a removal plus a creature like Chupacabra, but it also doesn't put me in anything, and it's playable in every deck. So I like it. It's really powerful. Equip for 1, +2 power, plus menace is really, really relevant. And the downside is hardly a downside at all. It doesn't even if they bounce the creature, it doesn't, I mean, it goes back to your hand. So it's really not that bad of a downside. It's just you can't really move it around. That's about it. I think we're going to take the Captain's Hook. I really do like Chupacabra a lot, though. I think it's that I wouldn't fault anybody for taking it there. That would have been just fine. So we can actually take the Sword Tooth. I think this card is fine. It's also the Mistbinder, though. The Lord, can't really get enough of that Lord effect. It's also a Moment of Craving, but I probably go Mistbinder. Wayward Sword Tooth is... I've played it. I've played against it. The additional land each turn is actually not bad. Helps to get to your Ascend, and late game it's just a 3-mana 5/5, which is good. But I think I actually am going to take the Mistbinder. Bombard and Moment of Craving in here, both of which are good. But hey, if I can make a Mistbinder work, I'm going to be happily taking a Lord here. This is a rare quality uncommon. So like Pioneer would be a fine follow-up. There's also another Moment of Craving. But at this point, it might be in our best interest to just feed the person black and focus on the blue and green. We'll see. I think Pioneer is a fine follow-up pick to both Mistbinder and Captain's Hook. Like, 2 bodies with this and with this, very good. I like Slippery Scoundrel a lot. Harpy's pretty good. Moment of Craving is probably the best card, but Pioneer makes a lot more sense with what we've already got. And it's just a very premium merfolk in general, so I'm going to take it. So here we can take Hunt the Weak, another good black removal spell, but there's also a Stalker. Hunt the Weak is probably just good enough. Usually I don't really like Hunt the Weak in merfolk because the bodies aren't very good, but the fact that it pumps is totally relevant. Otherwise we could take the Stalker, which would be fine too, but I think we'll take the Hunt the Weak. Best card in this pack is probably Reaver Ambush. I like Dust Charger too. But we'll take the Hunt. We'll hunt. Alright, we can take a Jade Bearer. Otherwise there's a River Darter. Dreadmaw and Hatchling are fine, but I'm fine taking a Jade Bearer. It's a good card. So here we can take the Secrets of the Golden City. I've been pretty impressed with this card. Otherwise we take Plummet for sideboard. Very good sideboard card. I'm trying to think of the odds of me main decking a Secrets of the Golden City. I'm not sure yet. You can get Ascend. It's certainly a powerful effect if you do, but there's probably a higher chance that getting Plummet for sideboard use will end up better than just taking a Secrets and probably end up cutting it. So I'm just going to take the Plummet. That's a late Silvergill Adept and a very, very good sign for Merfolk. So 7th pick, Silvergill Adept, which is almost like unheard of. So really, really good pickup there. All right, we can just slam a Crashing Tide, or we could take the Jade Bearer. I really like Jade Bearer a lot. I think Crashing Tide, though, is good here too. I feel like I almost just want the Jade Bearer, though. I really just want to cut Merfolk card. I do think Crashing Tide is good. I feel like I see more Crashing Tides than Jade Bearer. I mean, they're both common, so it's tough to say. But I would probably play Infinite Jade Bearers, especially in a deck that has Captain's Hook. I'm just going to take the Jade Bearer. We're going to cut Merfolk so hard. All right, we're going to take the Aggressive Urge here. I could take the Rig Hauler. I think both have a pretty high probability of not making the deck. Maybe Rig Hauler is better. Usually when I go tribal, I like to go 100% tribal. Like I said, I don't think either are going to make the deck. I'm just going to take an Aggressive Urge. Pretty good chance we don't play the Sworn Guardian. Although it is actually pretty good with Jade Bear, but I'm going to take Naturalize. Just get another sideboard card here. I think that's fine. Some late black cards that are good, but... And there's a Mutiny in there too. But I think, ideally, that player we just passed to is taking, you know, all these awesome black cards we're passing them. That way, pack 2, ideally we get hooked up with the blue and the green. Blue-black is a deck, but... black-green is also a deck, but a lot less common. I'm actually going to take the Merfolk here, even though Spirewinder's better. Ideally, neither make the deck, but River Darter could, I guess, be played out of sideboard, so we'll take it. I mean, Spirewinder's fine. But like I said, I really like to go all in when I'm playing Tribal. It just really helps when you have cards like Silvergill Adept, Mistbinder, Jade Bears, to really just make sure you get as many as possible. I'm going to take another Aggressive Urge here. I'm okay moving River Darter to sideboard for now anyway. Emergency main deck it, otherwise fine sideboarding it. We're just going to let them have the Dust Charger. Yeah, I mean, black is certainly open, but I'm very happy with the 9 cards we already have for the deck. We're well on track to have more than enough playables. We have some premium cards in here, the Adept, the Mistbinder, the Hook. We have a Plummet and a Naturalize in our sideboard already, so this deck is going to come together real nicely, I think. Italy. Well, what do we got? A Pioneer here is fine first pick. Not hyper exciting, but certainly fine. Good card. So we'll start her off with Pioneer. Maybe wheel another Spirewinder, we'll see. This pack is relatively deep. Alright, so here we've got nothing exciting for us. I think we can take a Spirewinder and get a flyer going, and that seems fine. Usually Ascend is pretty easy to get in Merfolk, so if we have to play non-Merfolk creatures, we'll play evasive ones. So we can get another Hunt the Weak. Otherwise, there's not too much else in here for us, so I'll take the Hunt the Weak. I mean, a 3/3 is a decent body to fight with, and we at least have a couple of those. Okay, here we can take the strength of the pack. There's a Mistcloaked Herald and a Pioneer here as well, but strength of the pack seems like a good plan with double Pioneer already and the Jade Bears. It's going to give us some real big late game value if we end up with a ton of creatures and not much removal. As much as I'd like to take the Herald and the Pioneer, I think I'm going to go with the strength of the pack. It's kind of like a big top-end Lord effect for our deck. So here we can take Expel, but I'm actually going to take Crashing Tide. I think the cantripping is better than the put on top of the library. And being able to play at instant speed. Even paying the extra mana for it is fine. So we'll take the Crashing Tide. Just a good pickup in general. Another strength of the pack. Well, I think we're good with one. I'm going to take a third Pioneer. Actually, Path of Discovery is really good too. Especially with the double creature effects. And it's a rare. And it's good with our Hunt the Weeks. I'm just going to take it. I think Path of Discovery is very good. So already a pretty good chance that these Aggressive Urges aren't going to make the cut. Kind of don't want them to anyway, so that's okay. But everything else we're running looks pretty good. Alright, Crashing Tide number 2 seems fine to me. Take it over a Plummet. I mean, you can really just play a lot of Crashing Tides in a Merfolk deck and be pretty happy about it. Just a perfect way to stop the Mark of the Vampire and Squire's Devotion. Pretty excellent way. So I want the Expel, but we're actually pretty creature light, so I'm going to take the Artisan. Because we need at least 8 more creatures, and I'm almost positive the Artisan is going to make the deck with double Hunt a Week. So I like that quite a bit. I mean, we could take the Migration. It jumps us. We don't have any dinosaurs, though. I guess we'll take another Spirewinder. Get a little 4-drop heavy, but I actually have no problem playing 17 lands. in this deck either. I think that's fine. I'll take a Dreadmaw. Hopefully don't have to play it. Don't really want to play any of these. Guess we'll take another Naturalize in case. Take a Veteran. Play it in a pinch. Prefer not to, though. Cut the green card here. Somebody can have a Horncrest. Alright. So on to pack 3. We need 6 creatures. River's Rebuke is really strong. I guess there's not much else for us here. So, alright. I guess River's Rebuke will be our last non-creature spell, ideally. We do have some emergency creatures in our sideboard that we can play if we have to, but I'm hopeful that we can find some more merfolk here. Alright, we're going to take the Weaver here over the Savage Stomp, and not much else for us anyway, so Weaver's a really nice pickup in general. Happily taking that. Well, there's a Jade Guardian, which is fine. Another 4-drop, but we might need it. Otherwise, we could take the Perilous Voyage. But I think we're good on non-creature spells. I'm going to take the Guardian. Another 4-drop, which is not ideal, but I'm going to take it anyway. Well, Lookout might just be good enough for the deck, regardless of not being a merfolk. Otherwise, there's a cancel, but in a Depths of Desire. I think we'll just take the Lookout, though. It flies. It's good. Here we'll take an Opt. Pretty nice card to have. Can substitute as like a creature or a land spell most of the time. It's just, Opt plays really well. I'm going to take it over Daggertooth. So we can take the Windstrider here. It's fine. Probably more exciting than the Jungle Delver, although the Jungle Delver does let us lower the curve a little bit. But I found Windstrider to be pretty good. Jungle Delver, for the most part, is pretty unexciting. I'll take the Strider. We'll get some more evasion going, because I'm almost positive we're a 17-land deck anyway, so I think this is fine. Alright, River Herald's Boon is very good. I'm going to take this. So technically with Opt, it almost counts as like half a creature in my mind, so maybe we have like 13.5 creatures. Still a little bit lower than I'd like to be. But we'll take the Boon anyway, because it's just a really good card. Alright, River Sneak's a nice pickup. We'll take it over the Boon and the Windstrider and the Dive Down and the Perilous Voyage. Ton of good cards in here for us, but we're going to take the Sneak. I still think we're a 17-land deck, so I probably cut the Opt first. Not sure yet what the next cut is, but I guess we'll take a Daggertooth in case we need it. It's probably still more exciting than a River Darter main deck, although we have quite a few Merfolk synergies at this point, so I guess I'd take that back. We'd probably play the Darter over it. So 14 creatures I'm okay with. It's going to make our Path of Discovery and Captain's Hook less good, though, so I might be willing to cut something here. I don't know yet what. I guess we'll take a Crash, although don't really need that either. Prying Blade. Actually, Dual Shot's good against us, and we're not going to play a Prying Blade. Don't really need any of these. I mean, technically this is a deck. It's satisfactory. It's not great. It's got some goodies in it. But I might not need 2 Hunt the Week. I'll have to take a look at the removal. Because River Herald's Boon is a pretty, I mean, it's an amazing combat trick. And I'd rather play the Crashing Tides than the Hunt the Week, I think. Hunt the Week is a more permanent answer, but it probably makes sense to get us up to 15 creatures here. So maybe I do just, yeah, I think we probably put in the River Darter and cut one of the Hunt the Weeks. And I think that's fine, actually. Lets us keep our Merfolk count pretty high. And, I mean, I can look. I think we still, especially if we're running 17 lands, want to run the Strength and the River's Rebuke. These are some big-time things. But with Strength of the Pack, Path of Discovery, and Captain's Hook, I really think 15 creatures is kind of a minimum. So I'm going to bring in the River Darter, get us up to 15, and cut one of the hunts. It lowers our curve slightly too, which I think is good. Gives us, I think we're at straight 15 Merfolk, which is no 13 Merfolk. It's 2 Spirewinders, but the Spirewinders are actually going to be really good with Captain's Hook. They still work fine with River Herald's Boon and another Merfolk. They're good with Hunt the Weak. Definitely good with Path of Discovery. Good with Strength of the Pack. So I think they'll be fine. We have actually a decent amount of evasion in here with the Sneak, the Lookout, the Spirewinders, and the Windstrider. I guess I was wrong. We have a Lookout too, so we only have 12 Merfolk, but that's still perfectly acceptable. So all in all, I don't think this deck is busted, but we did end up getting some pretty cool cards. We have a few rares in here. What did we get? 3 rares? It's not bad. So it's a cool Merfolk deck, definitely. We're going to play 17 lands, like I said, because we do have some draw card effects in here as well. And I guess we're probably going to do airing towards blue, which they also say. We can look at our curve and see what we need more of early. I guess we have more green early than blue. I mean, we have slightly more, we have one more blue card in the deck, but the blue does come a little more heavily third turn, and whereas, although I don't know how often, I don't love playing Jade Bear turn 1. In this deck, it's actually probably fine with Hook and the Mistbinder and the Boon. I mean, we have some incentive to play it on turn 1, but for the most part, it's better to play it later, I guess. I think we'll go with the blue. We'll do 9/8 blue. I mean, we do have slightly more blue. We need both early, so sure. Okay. So Simic Merfolk. Here you have it. We'll run it like this. We'll see you around 1.